Assalamu alaikum, guys. We have relationships in our life that are sometimes very important. Not actually sometimes, that are usually and are very important to us. And subhanAllah, when these things go, it's like a shock that we don't know what's going on. SubhanAllah, I want to first start by saying Innā lillāhi wa Innā ilayhi rājiʿūn. Sheikh Bilal Assad, who is known throughout YouTube on channels like Merciful Servant, on channels like Talk Islam, on channels like subhanAllah, One Path Network. The Ustad, the Sheikh, what happened is he went through a tragic loss this last week, and this is when he lost his son, 16-year-old son, and his brother in an accident. May Allah bless the Sheikh. I've benefited so much in my younger days. Listen to Sheikh Bilal. If you guys don't know, Sheikh Bilal had this whole 14-episode series about the end of times, life after death. And he also has, subhanAllah, certain lectures on Qadar, Dajjal. The Sheikh has a different perspective, and he gives it all based from the Quran and the Sunnah. May Allah bless the Ustad. May Allah bless the Sheikh. I'm very, very sad to hear this, but you know how it is. This dunya is a test, subhanAllah. And the Shaykh, subhanAllah, he talks about Qadar, right? This is what he says.
People ask, what is Qadar? Qadar is basically what ulama said. What hit was never going to miss, and what missed was never going to hit. And at the times when you don't have control over things, and you try your best, you know that Allah subḥānahu wa taʿālā has a purpose for this. Everything happens for a reason. And a person who relies on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and knows that Allah for a fact has put everything where it should belong, then it eases your heart.
You know, there's one thing also, last thing that he said and really resonated with my heart. He talks about Jannah, the afterlife, and this is what he had to say.
In it, there are things that no eye has ever seen or ear has ever heard, and things which no heart has ever even felt. Which no heart has ever even felt. There is no jealousy, there is no hatred, there is no grudge, there is no depression, there is no anxiety. And you don't know why, but you always feel happy and you love it. And that happiness only increases beyond measure.
With every day.
Every second. There's no time. And there's so much to do. And if you run out of imaginations, the angels give you ideas. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks to you. You speak to Him. You see Allah. In the Quran, in Surah Al-Qiyamah, you see Allah says, وَجُوهٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ نَاظِرَةٌ إِلَىٰ رَبِّهَا نَاظِرَةٌ. Faces brightened. They're watching Allah, their Lord. And when you see Allah, all that beauty in Jannah that took your breath away and your mind away, you forget it. Because Allah is more beautiful than all of that. SubhanAllah.
We need to look at life in such a way that we do good here, we stick it, and we move, inshallah. And in this sense, the Shaykh, may Allah bless him, he is going through a very hard time, as we all know, losing your child. And how can you fathom how a lot of people can't really fathom this, losing this? Because, the thing is, man, when you lose your loved one, it's really easy to, just say, share a post. But sometimes feel what the person is going through. Make dua. Ya Allah, give him ease. Ya Allah, accept his efforts. Ya Allah, grant his son Jannah al-Firdaus, his brother Jannah al-Firdaus. Ya Allah, make it easy for his family. Because the thing is, we live in a day and age that we just, share the post and we're like, yeah, on to the next one. We see a meme, we share it. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying sometimes, are we really empathizing with your brothers and sisters in Islam? Now going day by day and day by day without your child. Any parents, you can ask them, they'll say the last thing they want is losing their child in their lifetime. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is testing Sheikh Bilal. This is similar, if you want to say, look at the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He lost his children, right? Except for, he lost every single one of his child except for Fatima radiallahu anha. She died after him. But imagine the pain losing a child. He lost his mother. Imagine the pain. He lost his wife, the most beloved wife, Khadija radiallahu anhu. Aisha radiallahu anhu says that I was never jealous of any of his wife except for Khadija radiallahu anhu. Right? And she wasn't here. So it just showed how much he loved, how much he missed her. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves you, and He's testing you through this. There was a gift from Allah, and Allah took it. Right? It didn't belong to us. Sometimes, guys, with your mothers, with your brothers, with your children also, for those who are married, embrace them, love them, and inshallah, but the bad interactions we have, just remember that, this dunya is going by very fast. The time we have, inshallah, if we make mistakes, forgive, ask for forgiveness, try to move on. And inshallah, I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala things get better. And Sheikh Bilal, Allah gives him ease, and he comes back on YouTube, comes back on his Facebook. If you guys don't know, Sheikh Bilal is also very active on his Facebook. He comes back and he does what he does best. And inshallah, let's give da'wah in his lectures. Take care, guys. Assalamu alaikum.